It is 2020 now. The coronavirus is pretty much everywhere, all around the world. Some of us are sick, some are freaking out, and then many of us are kind of dazed and confused because now we have to do pretty much everything from home. Quarantine forces us to stay in all the time. This is crazy, right? All of us are so used to being outside, and we really want to go back to the outdoors, just like what we used to do, right? Well, if you think so, then you might probably want to think again, because it's probably true that on our normal daily lives, we don't stay at home all day, all week, just like what we do now. But we don't always stay outdoors either. On our normal lives, we spend hours inside of our offices, schools, inside of malls, gyms, restaurants, and so many other enclosed spaces. And even study shows that humans nowadays spend more than 90% of their time indoors. And this is why our generation is called the indoor generation. Now, this may not seem like a problem, but it is. Being indoor all the time can be dangerous for our health. Why is that? Well, before we talk about that, allow me to introduce myself first. My name is KHADIJAH, and I am an architecture student from Indonesia University of Education. See, I may not be an expert when it comes to health and wellness, but I do know architecture. Well, a bit. Alright, now, there are several reasons on why it may be better for us to stay indoor all the time. First, according to Vlogs.com, the air inside of our homes can be 5 times more polluted than the outside air. How could this happen? Well, we all know that we do everything inside of our houses. We cook, we exercise, we play with our pets, we take a shower, we wash our clothes, and do many other things there. Now, these activities, unbeknownst to us, release so many particles to the air as we're doing it, and CO2 is one of them. And then these particles pollute the air inside of our homes. This phenomenon is called the indoor air pollution, and it can cause several health problems. If you tend to have a runny nose, or headaches, or red eyes, or if you tend to sneeze and cough a lot, it may be because of the poor indoor climate inside of your home. Now, the second reason on why it may be bad for all of us to stay indoor for a long time is that many of our houses are damp and moldy without even us realizing it. This can be caused by a lot of things, but one of the common reasons is poor air ventilation, which then lead to poor indoor air quality. Now, damp and moldy environment in our houses are bad because study shows that damp and moldy environment can cause some respiratory problems, asthma for instance. And then it is also known that damp environment can trigger some allergic reactions in humans. Now, the third reason on why it may be bad for us to stay indoor for such a long time is that many of our houses are not designed to allow natural daylight to come in. In other words, many of our houses has a really dark interior. This can be dangerous for our health because study shows that there is a strong connection between lack of daylight and several mental and physical problems. It is also known that when we don't get enough daylight, then we won't get enough vitamin D. And this can cause tiredness, fatigue, and vulnerability to diseases. In addition, sometimes when we don't get enough daylight, we tend to switch to artificial light. The problem is, artificial light, no matter how bright it is, doesn't have the benefits that natural daylight has for our health. On the contrary, it is known that artificial light can disrupt our body clock, which then can cause more health problems. Now, poor indoor air quality, damp and moldy environment, and lack of daylight in our houses are some of the things that make staying indoor all the time can be bad for our health. But don't worry, whenever there's a problem, there's always a solution. The question is, what is it? What are the things that we can do to improve our indoor living? Well, we can always start by doing simple things. Open up your windows more often, or clean or even possibly get rid of dirty and dusty furniture and carpets. Or you can always move your desk closer to the window so that you can get more exposure to sunlight and fresh air. Or even you want to go even further, you can always renovate your home. Hire an architect so that you can have a properly designed and healthy home. Now, this time of the coronavirus and quarantine makes us realize that it's very important for all of us to have a not just beautiful, but a comfortable, functional, and most importantly, healthy home. And it's up to all of us to create a better and healthier indoor living. And it starts from ourselves, from each of our own homes. So, roll up your sleeves and go on and open up that window, will ya? Your future self will be grateful for that. Thank you.